Yo, we have a market breakdown Sunday. I'm just getting back from going to Tennessee. Also coming back from a terrible week for me, terrible day for me last week in terms of a trade that I probably shouldn't have taken. But even so, even that I did take it, I probably should have gotten it again, just in the right direction. And you can kind of see right here. We'll kind of begin with that. I'll show you guys what I saw and how in hindsight I'm seeing things a lot more clearly, a lot more clarity, and what I should have done. Right? So following all of this momentum, right? All of this volume coming from day prior, which is Wednesday, I saw that after this price was starting to slow down, create these lower lows, and I wanted to take advantage of that. Take advantage of that, which was on that Thursday. So due to those lower highs, I was looking for a specific setup where we had a break and retest. So I noticed this exhaustion point here. I just dragged it along. You can see it a little better on the 30-minute time frame, where like I said, just a break and pullback, where we have a nice lower high here, and it broke below here, broke below that previous higher low, and it came back, and I thought price would at least come back here. But even so, looking back at it, my stops were all the way up here at that previous lower high, just based on the fact that, just looking at structure alone, due to the fact that if price broke above that, I would know that for sure that structure would be broken. But TP was here, so this is like a 1-to-1, which doesn't even align with my model. So this trade was just trash altogether. This trade was trash. I did not risk a heavy amount. I should have risked a lighter amount, but it wasn't crazy. But overall, I'll give this one a 2, probably a 1. I'll give it a 2. Not my best trade, but it is what it is. Price did break out above here, and this is what I was talking about when I should have re-entered, because the price obviously was reluctant on going down, didn't want to go down, broke these highs, created a higher low, floated above the moving averages, with time just created that volume, and NFP spiked things up even more. So I missed out on all of that due to the fact that I was kind of checked out after that L. I just wanted to come back into the week with a fresh mind. So I'm not mad at that either. But with this week, let's start off on the daily really quick. On the daily time frame, we have finally broke out of this long-term range from, it's been down here at 39.65 as well as 40.46. Price coming up all the way to, let's call it 4,300. Coming up here, breaking above this 50 moving average on the higher time frames. So I'm looking at that. We obviously do have the volume on our side when it comes to going to the upside. At least as of right now, we do have this higher low on the 4 hour. We like to see that. Nice confirmations there. What I'm really looking for right now is, we can kind of see the exhaustion points up here. So don't be surprised if price does create a pullback. Right now, I'm still bullish. There's no reason for me to say we're bearish. Price isn't really showing us any bearish signs as of right now. And with the supplementation from the news, I think for right now the forecast is gold continuing to the upside, for sure, especially with a lot of the talks between oil and what's going on overseas, things of that nature, how it's influencing inflation talks, or just revolving that, as well as interest rates, and how it revolves around the Federal Reserve and what decisions they might make within the next few months. I'm definitely bullish, no question. So yeah, man, I like to look at this. Going on to the 5 and 15 minute time frames, it's probably going to look more bearish, as we do have this sort of area of resistance, a price struggling to break. We do have kind of this, we could draw a sort of trend line. It's gonna be a struggle trend line, but something like that. Just do that. Something like that, where you know, price just struggling. We do see these lower highs as well. So yeah, I'm seeing the potential for price to create a pullback, but I'm still bullish, like I said. So overall, I'm aiming towards the upside. If I were to aim towards the downside, I would need at least price to break below here or something like that for me to even consider that. But right now, I'm definitely bullish, no question. I would definitely be targeting certain areas to pay attention to that price could potentially come down to. I'm starting to pay attention to moving averages, fair value gaps, such as this one, especially due to events where price just heads to the upside with extreme volume and quickness and urgency. We have certain gaps here that price could potentially come back and fill. Kind of filled that one. This is like the major one that I see. We have one here, price filled it. We also have like the moving averages, so wouldn't be surprised if like this would be cool. We have a nice little boom moving average as well as fair value gap play there that could take place. Also kind of balancing between these previous highs. So I'm curious as to how far or what the extent is for price to pull back. We can also pull out a fib from point A, point B, point C. Coming back here, that will be a 61.8%, which is beautiful. That's something that we often like to target, at least for me, in terms of a valid pullback. So a lot of things that we can look at, a lot of confluences that really match up with this bullish bias for the week. So I mean, yeah, feeling very confident for this week. I'm not gonna say I'm excited, but I'm prepared. That's the mindset that you kind of want to be in going into the week. It's like, I'm not excited, I'm not too high, I'm not too low. I'm just prepared and I'm ready for whatever price has to present, and I'm going to step into that opportunity zone and take advantage of what price gives me, while also simultaneously not allowing myself to interfere with that opportunity. So let's have a great week, man. For real. Let's have a great week. Love y'all, man. Do y'all thing. I'm going to be consistently profitable within the next 6 months, 6 months, 9 months. Like within that span, things are going to change drastically for me. I already know it. I put in a lot of steps. I put in a lot of preparation behind the scenes to get myself there. So, I've already convinced myself. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just letting you all know what is to come, what to be prepared for. Don't be surprised because things are going to pop off in the next few months. So I'll catch y'all in the next vid. Let's have a great week. Simple.